coaster I'm gonna go through here. Hey everyone, 大家好，我叫谢克德，你们的 CVT 声乐导师。So today we're gonna have another reaction video for you where I'm going to analyze singers that you love to listen to using CVT terms. Today's singer, her name is Han Hong. It's her own song, so I already like it that we listen to singers that also make their own songs and write their own lyrics and music. That's always something I appreciate more than just singing. It also comes with one hell of a story. If I got it wrong, please correct me in the comments. I hope I don't fuck it up. So there was a cable car accident that caused a lot of casualties. Among the casualties, there was a family of 3. And while it happened, they lifted their 2.5 years old child. And by that saved his life. Both of them passed away in the accident. Super hard story. And this singer, Han Hong, she heard about the news and about this story and she decided to adopt the child. And then she wrote this song to the child. So, wow, I can't imagine even, writing about stuff that is so heavy for yourself, that is not some other story that it's about your own life. That's usually how I also approach writing lyrics. It's rarely something that happened outside of my life. I like to write about my own traumas and my own things that happened. So it always, when stuff are that tragic, to start writing about it, there's something very healing about it, but at the same time, digging into your own wounds in a way. So I can imagine it must have been super hard. But yeah, let's listen to it. He was in the duet last time as well, right? Sunan.
那是一个秋天，风儿那么缠绵，让我想起他们那双无助的眼。
She has such a full sound, right? It is going from neutral to falsetto, but at the same time, very thick kind of sound and with a bit of creaking every time starting it out. Even if you wouldn't know the message of the song, you can hear already a lot of passion inside of it. I have the lyrics here with me, so I can follow, and they will also be on the screen, of course.
就在那美丽与风景相伴的地方，我听到一声巨响，震彻山谷。
Nice control.
就是那个秋天，再看不到爸爸的脸，他用他的双肩托起我重生的起点，黑暗中泪水沾满了双眼。
Wow.
不要离开，不要伤害。
How can you sing something like that without breaking? Keeping your voice that stable. Oh, when we talk about singing uncontrolled, then many times we talk about uncontrolled constrictions, right? When the throat is closing down everything. That because of lack of support usually. Think about this feeling when you're crying. When you're crying, then you can really feel that kind of movement in your throat. When something is that emotional, damn, to sing that on stage, that's really admirable. Also when singers sometimes ask me like, how do I make something sound emotional? I think the best thing is to think how you really sound when you're emotional. When you're in that mood, how do you sound? So when you're happy, how does your voice sound like? When you're sad, how does it sound like? Maybe it's a bit, maybe there's more creaking on it, and maybe it's more fragile, or you get what I mean. So I think she's doing an amazing job making it very emotional, but at the same time keeping it intact, and at the same time keeping it in control. And that's really hard to find that balance sometimes when something is so touching to yourself, right?
沾满了双眼，不要离开，不要伤害。我看到爸爸妈妈就这么走远，留下我在这陌生的人世间，不知道未来还会有什么风险。 我想要紧紧抓住她的手，妈妈告诉我希望还会有，看到太阳出来，妈天亮上数星点点，我在梦里看见我的妈妈，一个人在世上要学会坚强。你不要离开，不要伤害。我看到爸爸妈妈就这么走远，留下我在这陌生世界，我愿为他建造一个美丽的花。
I'm trying to also go back to the technique because it's so hard to read the lyrics and listen to it at the same time. It's really strong. Now we can definitely hear when the music went up, of course, something went from neutral and from these more softer sounds to something way more metallic. But she has so much emotion in it that I think also gives it a bit of restrained character that has a lot of emotion inside of it, right? Something more metallic, but at the same time very restrained.
不要伤害，我看到爸爸妈妈就这么走远，留下我在这陌生的人世间，我愿为他建造一个美丽的花。
Some vocal breaks that also makes it even more intense, right? These small vocal breaks inside the lines.
我愿为他建造一个美丽的花园。我想要紧紧抓住她的手，妈妈告诉我希望还会有，看到太阳出来，天亮了。我看到爸爸妈妈就这么走远，留下我在这陌生的人世间，我愿为他建造一个美丽的花园。我想要紧紧抓住她的手，妈妈告诉我希望还会有，看到太阳出来，他们笑了。天
No one prepared me for this emotional roller coaster I'm going to go through here. I think to adopt a child, also you have to be a super emotional person, right? Especially under those circumstances. I think to be able to be so emotional, but at the same time showing those emotions and not breaking while being on stage, and I guess being in live as well, right? You can assume that's really admirable. That's really, really admirable. Beautiful. Going back to the falsetto from the beginning, but definitely more fragile than how it was in the beginning, right? A bit more shaking, a bit more vibrato inside of it. Wow. Wow. I also wonder, that's for the singers, what do you do when you have to sing a song on stage and it's too hard emotionally for you? It's too close to you, you wrote the lyrics, you went through this experience. What do you do to not break, like to not take it too harshly? For me, it's like the more I sing it, the more I'm able to focus on the performance and not too much about the lyrics, like kind of distance myself a bit. And I wonder what she was doing for doing that, because I'm beyond impressed. I think technique wise it was an amazing performance. I couldn't talk so much about the technique because I was just too, into it and into the lyrics, and yeah, so not very vocal coaching on my side. What a strong song. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, I'm having a little surprise for you on Wednesday. So make sure to tune in and to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And I hope you're gonna like it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Shaked, your CVT vocal coach. And I will see you next time. Cheers.